Now tonight we are starting a brand new teaching series we're going to run for the month of March. I have titled it To Be Your Best, Becoming a Go-To Player. To be your best, becoming a go-to player. Now, this series of teachings that we're going to commence tonight is actually based on some of the thoughts that we have shared in the last 4 weeks. Most of the time as I teach, one series is linked to the other. So there was an idea we shared in the last 4 weeks, okay, that really stood out for me. And it was on the basis of that I decided to go in this direction for the month of March. And this is that big idea. I shared with you that success and everything that comes with it is a reward for problems solved. Success and everything that comes with it is a reward for problems solved. The quality of your reward is determined by the quality of your contribution. The quality of your reward is determined by the quality of your contribution. And what are we trying to say? How successful you are is determined by the kind of problems that you solve for other people. Okay? It is when you solve problems for other people or you add value to them that you are rewarded with the things we call success, whether it's recognition, fame, whether it's material acquisition, whatever it is that we call success is actually a reward for adding value to other people or for solving problems for, solving problems for them. Now, the quality of your contribution, that is how much of problems you can solve, how much of value you can add to other people, is determined by the quality of your person. Okay, when I say the quality of your contribution, essentially I'm talking about what you are bringing to the table, which is an overflow of the quality of your person. Now, the big idea I came to share with you tonight is the fact that you can improve the quality of your contribution. This is what I'm saying. What you get at the end of the day is a function of what you give or what you contribute. Now, if I increase the quality of my contribution, I can increase the quantity of my returns. Let me say that again. If I increase the quality or the quantity of my contribution, I can improve the quantity and the quality of my returns or of my success. And the good news is you can actually do that, okay? You are more than who you are right now. There is more to you than meets the eye, okay? The good news I came to share with you, and I'm going to share some beautiful, powerful statements with you that I want you to write down. I don't want you to forget. This one is important. It says that your history is not your prophecy. Your history is not your prophecy. Okay, where you are coming from is not a conclusive indication of where you are likely to end in life or how far you can go in life. You can improve the quality of your person. You can improve the quality of your contribution. You can increase the value you are offering to others or you are bringing to the table, and it has nothing to do with your history. Listen to this. When you change your thoughts and your habits, you change your direction, your speed, and your destination in life. I think I should say that again. When you change your thoughts and your habits, you change your direction, your speed, and ultimately your destination in life. That's why I say that your history is not your prophecy. Let's share that thought in another way. Look at it from this perspective. Performance is not equal to potential. Performance is not equal to potential. In other words, what you are doing right now is not all you are capable of. Okay, one thing I love about how God created humans is that He created us with immense possibilities. You are a seed. Okay, you are a seed. You are a creature of immense possibilities. There is no end to how much you can grow, how far you can go in life. You are full of possibilities. Let me say it to you this way. God is not into finished products God is into raw materials. In other words, everything God gave you. You know, sometimes we look at our lives and we feel that maybe we are at an advantage over somebody else, or perhaps you were born into, a comfortable family, or you are gifted, you are talented. You need to understand, no matter how strong you are, no matter how capable you are, no matter how safe, secure, and prosperous your background is, everything God gave you is raw material. This is important. Your talent, raw material. Family, your pedigree, everything is raw material. In other words, the possibilities are endless when you begin to mix those things together. Okay? What you have is not all you could have. What you have is a raw material for building possibilities. That's why your history is not your prophecy. That's why your performance is not your potential. You can grow, you can improve, you can get better, you can break your own records, you can break your own limits, you can do things you have never done before, you can do more than you have ever done before, you can face a direction you have never faced before, you can acquire skills that you have never acquired before. No matter how much and how competent you are right now, you can become more skillful, you can become more competent, you can become happier, more joyful, more valuable, because everything you have is raw material. All right? And the beautiful thing I love about God's providence is, if you make the most of what is in your hand, He will give you more. Okay? If you make the most of what is in your hand, God will give you more. That is why you are a seed. You are a creature of endless possibilities. And so what I came to share with you tonight is how that you can grow, you can develop yourself, and as you grow and develop yourself, you increase the quality or the value of what you offer to others, and by so doing, you increase your return, you increase your reward, you increase, your success in life. As we proceed this evening, let me share with you 4 benefits of becoming your best. 4 benefits of becoming your best. This is what I am saying. You can grow, you can learn, you can become much more than you are right now. You can acquire skills that you have never acquired. Listen, you are not contained. You cannot be contained. You cannot be limited in life. But I want to offer you, motivation, inspiration, encouragement for you to take the journey, for you to want to develop yourself. Number 1, becoming your best brings you the highest return on investment. Becoming your best brings you the highest return on investment. When I say investment, I'm talking about your investment in personal development. Your investment in personal development. Becoming your best brings you the highest return. Let's look at it like this. Let's assume that the opportunities that you have around you, let's give them the value of 10, whether in business, whether it's in paid employment, whether it's the quality of relationships that are available to you. Let's assume we give that the quality of 10. And then let's take the value of your contribution or your effort, let's call that a 2. So 2 times 10 is 20. Now, imagine if you improve, you grow, you develop your capacity, and you move from 2 to 5. 5 times 10 is 50. If you continue to grow and you continue to develop yourself, let's assume you get to 80. 80 times the same opportunities, the same relationships, the same people. But then what you are bringing to the table, you increase to 80. Of course, 10 multiplied by 10, becomes 100. 100 multiplied by 10 becomes 1,000. Listen, this is the secret of increasing your success in life. As long as you are growing, you can increase returns. Return on investment. As you develop yourself, as you grow yourself, you must put it at the back of your mind. I'm going to get better for my effort. If I become better, I will get better. I will produce greater results. The second reason I want to encourage you to become your best is because it distinguishes you. It makes you stand out in a crowd. When you continue to develop yourself, when you continue to grow to become the best version of you, it distinguishes you. It makes you stand out of a crowd. In other words, It reduces or eliminates competition. All right. And then it matches you with suitable opportunities. When people think about you, they don't think about so many other people as far as certain things are concerned. So you are known for something. You are known because in that area you are unique. You are your best. So your opportunities will not be given to other people. That's what happens when you begin to grow. As you grow and become unique, as you grow and become the best version of you, you need to understand nobody can beat you at you. So it eliminates competition. And before you know it, you are unique. You are in a class all by yourself. They don't give you opportunities to other people. Your chance is your chance, because when they give it to other people, they won't handle it as good as you handle it. That is another reason why you want to develop yourself. Let me say this to you. People can't see your potential until they see your performance. People can't see your potential until they see your performance. Men are moved by what they see. So you want to give them something to work with. But as you give them something to work with, they will reward you with promotion. They will reward you, with exclusive treatment. Because the more you grow and become the best version of yourself, the more you are distinguished, the more you stand out. And when you stand out, you eliminate competition. The third reason I want to encourage you to become your best is because it increases your value to your stakeholders. Okay? It increases your value to your stakeholders. I'm talking about your employer. I'm talking about your clients. I'm talking about your colleagues. I'm talking about your family and friends. Okay. When you become the best version of yourself, you naturally become more valuable to them. When you grow, your employer does not want to let you go. Your client don't want to do business with anybody but you, because when they engage with you, they get the best of results. So when people get the best of results because they engage with you, then they want to keep engaging with you. They don't want to go somewhere else. There's something I must say to you. Human beings are creatures of habits. Okay? Human beings are creatures of habits. Many of us listening to me now, you perhaps shop at the same supermarket all the time. You go to the same restaurant almost all the time. The parking lot where you park, probably in your office or when you go to church or when you go to anywhere, you notice you just have your place. We are creatures of habits. So the moment people decide you are the person that brings a particular value to the table, as long as you maintain your consistency and you continue to grow and evolve, they see you as more valuable than other people, and they will keep patronizing you. They want you in your life. Listen, this is the basis upon which somebody befriends a person and then after some time says, you know what, I want to marry you because there's nobody like you. I want us to maintain this friendship for life. Now watch this. You get married to that person, but you keep growing. So what does that happen? It keeps your relationships fresh. When things are tough, all right, in an organization and they want to fire people, they don't fire go-to players. When people are tired and depressed and they just want to retire into a corner and they cut themselves from everybody, they don't cut themselves from their go-to players. And what I'm sharing with you tonight and the next few weeks in the month of March is how you can become that go-to player. If you are a business person, you want to be the go-to player for your clients. When they think about anything that you do, they don't think about anybody but you, because you give them value. You bring value to the table. And finally, one major reason, I think this is even more, greater than the other ones I've shared with you, that you want to continue to grow, you want to continue to develop yourself, is because it brings glory to God. Okay? It gives God pleasure. And this is the beautiful thing. When God is happy with you, when God is fulfilled with the way you are living your life, He blesses you the more. Like I said before, when you make the most of what's in your hand, God gives you more. Let me share a verse of scripture with you as we proceed tonight. Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 13. Let me read it from the New King James Version of the Bible. It says, like the cold of snow in time of harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes the soul of his masters. This is beautiful. Let's read it again. Like the cold of snow in time of harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes the soul of his masters. All right. And that's why I'm saying to you that you should become your best. You see, much more than somebody is paying you, you become an inspiration. Okay, you become an inspiration. So the people doing life with you, they want to continue to do life with you because beyond what we are doing together, you are inspiring. And like I have said before now, you must always put this at the back of your mind. I am a seed. I am a creature of immense potential. I am full of possibilities. I can learn, I can grow. Okay? The way God designed humans, you can learn and evolve till you die. Okay? You can learn and evolve till you die. So one mistake you don't want to make is you don't want to arrive too soon. You don't want to settle too early. You can continue to learn. You can continue to grow. You can continue to get better. Okay? Till you exit the earth. By so doing, you become a go-to player. By so doing, you refresh the soul of the people that are doing life with you. Let me say this. You want to be that person that people celebrate rather than tolerate. You want to be that person that people will always want to have around them, not the person that, there are people that brings a lot of pleasure when they exit the room. There are people that bring a lot of relief when they quit a job. Okay, that's not a go-to player. There are people that when things are tough and the company wants to downsize, they are in the top 10. They are top on the list. Okay, there are people that are burdens instead of blessings. You don't want to be one of such persons. And the message I came to share with you is you don't have to be that person. You were not designed to be that person. You have what it takes to continue to learn, to continue to grow, to continue to become a better version of yourself. As a matter of fact, you can give yourself a challenge. And let's say that right now you are 2.0. All right. By next year, we want to see 3.0. The year after that, 4.0. The year after that, 5.0. The same way tech organizations keep pushing out new models of their products. Okay. Automobile companies keep pushing out new designs, new models. It's the same way. Every year, you can become a better person. You can push out new models of the same you. I say it jokingly at times to my wife and even to some of our close friends that I've been married for like the last 15 years, but not to the same person. I think right now is probably version 10 that I'm working with right now. Okay, she's not the same person and it's for the better. She continues to grow. She continues to get better. And honestly speaking, I am not just happy with the fact that I'm in love or with the fact that I am married. I am happy with the person I am married with. I am excited at the person I am married to because she is growing and she continues to get better. Now, for the rest of our time today and the rest of the month, I want to share ideas, thoughts and ideas on how you can continue to become a better version of yourself. And tonight, I want to start with your attitude. To be your best, develop a winning attitude. That's going to be my focus for the rest of our time tonight. To be your best, develop a winning attitude. Now, I know you've heard you know the meaning of the word attitude. You've heard about attitude before, but please humor me. Pretend as if you are hearing about attitude for the first time so that you can look at this idea with fresh eyes. So what is attitude? Listen to this. The word attitude means a complex mental state involving beliefs, feelings, values, and dispositions that make you behave in certain ways. Let me say that again. Attitude, your attitude, is a complex mental state involving beliefs, feelings, values, and dispositions that make you behave in certain ways. Now, most of the time, the difference between success and failure is not desire. The difference a lot of times between success and failure is not even opportunities. The difference between success and failure a lot of times is not even difficult or challenging external circumstances. Most of the time, the difference between success and failure is attitude. Okay, is attitude. Let's look at some example, and I'm going to go to the Bible, okay, for this one, okay, some Bible stories. The first example is Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 spies. You'll find that story in the book of Numbers, all right, chapter 13 to be precise. Now, the story says that Moses sent out 12 leaders to go and spy out the promised land, okay, this land that God had promised them, that was going to be their inheritance. So Moses sent out 10 spies. 10 of them came back and he said, look, the land is exactly the way you described it, but then we saw giants in the land. We don't have what it takes to take this land. Joshua and Caleb said, no, we went there, we saw the land, it's as you describe it, and we can take the land. God is on our side. Now, these are 10 leaders, not just 10 ordinary citizens. 10 leaders, one from each tribe of Israel. They saw the same situation, opportunities, and challenges, and they responded differently. At the end of the day, the Bible records that out of all the grown men that left Egypt for the promised land, only Joshua and Caleb made it to the promised land because of their attitude. God was God all over all of them. They had the same promise, they had the same challenges, but at the end of the day, only 2 men out of over 600,000 men made it to the promised land because of a different attitude. Let me give you another example. Let's come to the New Testament now. Judas and Peter. What's the difference between the two of them? Judas betrayed Jesus. Peter betrayed Jesus. Okay, at the end of the day, Judas became overwhelmed with his thoughts and feelings, and then he committed suicide. Peter was overwhelmed with his own thoughts and feelings. He repented and he became the first leader of the first church. Two situations, or rather the same situation, two different people, their response, okay, based on their attitude to this situation was different, and then their outcome, okay, was different. And like I said, a lot of times, the difference between success and failure is attitude. That is the reason why you must work on your attitude. Another example, and this one is very, very fascinating, was the 2 criminals that were crucified with Jesus on the cross. These guys were both criminals. Out of the 2 of them, Jesus was the only person that did not do anything wrong. So the guy on the right was a thief and he was suffering, okay, justly for what he did wrong. The other one too was suffering justly for what he did wrong. Yet Jesus said to one of them, tonight you shall be with me in paradise. What's the difference between the 2 of them? The same history, but not the same future because of attitude. And what I'm saying to you is, once you fix your attitude, you fix your destiny. I'm sure you have heard it said that your attitude determines your altitude. And what that statement means is that your success in life is a function of your inner reality much more than your external reality. Let's take a few words from the sages. The first person I want us to listen to tonight or hear from tonight is, of course, John C. Maxwell. Listen to this. John Maxwell says, accomplishment is more than a matter of working harder. It is a matter of believing positively. It is called the sure enough factor. If you expect to succeed, sure enough, you will. If you expect to fail, sure enough, you will. We become outside what we believe inside. End of quote. We become outside what we believe inside. So what has happened or what is happening is not as important as how you respond from inside. That's why we are starting with attitude tonight. To be your best, to be a go-to player, to be that person that people want in the room all the time. They want to do life with you. They want to work with you. You want to work on your attitude. And I'm saying develop a winning attitude. Many people don't believe this about me. First, I'm an introvert, of course. I'm a very shy person. You see, but so many years ago, I used to be very timid. Not just shy, but very timid. public speaking was the last thing I wanted to do. Even though I was a bubbly little boy, I was talkative, but when it comes to facing people, I doubted myself a lot. I felt very insecure, and over the years, God has helped me. Now, when I started working after I left the university, okay, somebody gave me a book, and that book changed my life. Okay, the book is titled The Confidence Makeover by Dr. Keith Johnson. The Confidence is one of the books behind me. You see, these books, only my family members see these books and they are untouchable. Okay, this is where I keep the books that made me, the books that shaped me. And this book I'm talking about is one of these books on my shelf. Okay, The Confidence Makeover by Dr. Keith Johnson. A statement he made in that book that really made an indelible mark on me says, successful people are just ordinary people who have developed an extremely strong belief in themselves and what they can do. Let me say that again. Successful people are just ordinary people who have developed an extremely strong belief in themselves and what they can do. They have no doubts. If for some reason they do not succeed, it really affects their strong belief that they will succeed the next time an opportunity arises. And this is what I'm trying to say. No matter what it is you are dealing with, no matter where you're coming from or what your aspirations are, the first thing you need to do is you want to fix your attitude first. You know, because life will happen, like I said to us last week, life hardly unfolds according to your plan. Okay? Things will happen that you didn't prepare for, and then opportunities will come also that you didn't see coming. Those who really succeed, they fix their inside first. So when they attempt something and they fail, the failure does not reflect on them. Their inside is fixed. And because of the way they think on the inside, they are resilient. They bounce back. They go back. I like the words of Richard M. DeVos. He said, the only thing that stands between a man and what he wants from life is often the will to try it and the faith to believe that it is possible. Let me read that to you again. The only thing that stands between a man and what he wants from life is often the will to try it and the faith to believe that it is possible. And that's what I'm asking you to do today. Fix your attitude. The moment you are resolute on your inside, life has no choice. Okay, let me say it to you this way. It's a statement I've made for years and I love it. Life makes way for the man who knows where he's going. That's the power of your attitude. Life, people, opportunities, they make way for the man who knows exactly where he is going. I'm reminded of the story in the Bible. Jesus was preaching in a house. Okay, Bible scholars have even concluded now that that particular house actually belonged to Jesus. And the Bible said the place was packed out. There was no way for anybody to come in. Then comes these four guys. Their friend was sick. They were carrying their friend on the mat. Okay, four of them. And they got to the door and there was no way. Externally, no way forward. But internally, they were resilient. They had a positive attitude. So they found a way out. They climbed to the roof, they tore out the roof, and they lowered their friend, all right, from the top of the roof right in front of Jesus as he was speaking. They interrupted the teaching. And the Bible records that when Jesus saw their faith, he said, son, your sins are forgiven. He didn't get angry. Now the scholars have said that particular house belonged to him. So it means it was the roof of Jesus they were tearing out. And yet he responded to their faith. But for me, what blesses my heart in this story was how that Jesus told the guy, of course, rise up, take your mat and walk home. The Bible records that he got up, he took his mat and he walked out of the room in view of them all. And I said, wait a minute. When they brought him in, there was no way for him to come in. But when he had received his miracle, they made way. Okay? Life will always make way for the man who knows where he's going. They tore the roof, his friends tore the roof, and after they got their miracle, in the same room where there was no space, they made space to watch him walk out. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. The very people that rejected you, the very people that told you, that will tell you there's no vacancy here, they are the same ones that will say, We knew you were going to succeed. We saw you coming. That's human beings for you. So you've got to fix your attitude. You've got to make up your mind. Okay? Fix your attitude. It's got to be positive. It's got to be resilient. It's got to be strong. The moment you are fixed on your inside, the world has no choice but to make way for you. Now, as we begin to wind down tonight, let me share with you 2 undeniable facts about your attitude. 2 undeniable facts about your attitude. Number 1, when it comes to attitude, there is no middle ground. Your attitude is either positive or negative. Let me say that again. When it comes to attitude, there is no middle ground. Your attitude is either positive or negative. Positive people respond positively to life. Negative people respond negatively to life. So when I ask you to fix your attitude, I am trying to let you understand you have to determine that you want to be positive. It's a choice you have to make. If you are not positive, there is no other alternative. There's no sitting on the fence. If your attitude is not positive, it's going to be negative. And watch this. Your life travels in the direction of your dominant thoughts and habits. And by the way, your habits are a function of what you think about all the time. What you do is a function of how you feel. How you feel is a function of what you think about. And I'm telling you that you can choose your thoughts. You can choose to become a person of a positive attitude. The second fact, that I want to share with you about your attitude, it's undeniable, all right? It is this. You can fix your attitude, all right? By choosing your thoughts. You can fix your attitude by choosing your thoughts. And I'm going to share some suggestions, as to how to do that as I round up tonight. But you can fix your attitude. You can determine the kind of person that you want to be on the inside. You want to be joyful. You want to be boisterous. You want to be, unrelenting. You want to be passionate. You want to be creative. You want to be versatile. You can make a choice about it. In the beginning, it may be a bit challenging, but over time, you will gain mastery. Okay? In the beginning, it may be a bit challenging, but over time, you will gain mastery. What have we learned tonight? How you think on the inside determines how your life unfolds on the outside. Okay? There are 2 facts you must never forget about your attitude. There is no middle ground. You are either positive or negative. But number 2, you can fix your attitude by choosing your thoughts. Now let's round up with 5 suggestions I want to share with you for fixing your attitude. Okay, you want to become a positive person. You want to think positive thoughts. You want to carry a positive aura with you everywhere you go. Number 1, condition your immediate environment to the best of your ability. Okay, condition your immediate environment. Make it clean, make it peaceful, make it inspiring. All right. For example, you see, I love color white. It inspires me. Okay. I'm surrounded. All the houses I've lived have been painted white on the inside intentionally because it brightens. Okay. I like clean environment. I like bright environment. I like peaceful environment, quiet environment. I can give anything for solitude and serenity. It's intentional. Okay, you've got to condition your immediate environment. Number 2, because of time, choose your inner circle intentionally. Okay, choose your inner circle intentionally. Choose your inner circle intentionally. The people that have direct access to you, the people that you cannot but hear their voice, they must share your faith, they must share your values, and they must share your aspirations. There are people that to every idea they see problems. Okay, there are some people like that. You don't want such people around you. They will shoot down your dreams. And this is what I found out about ideas. They are fragile. When they are just thoughts, when they are just concepts, they are very fragile. Yet everything that is tangible today started as a fragile thought, a fragile idea. So you want to have people around you who know the value of ideas, people around you who know that everything big starts small. So they don't shoot down your ideas, they don't shoot down your concepts while they are fragile. You want to have people around you that share your faith, your value, and your aspirations. I'm giving you suggestions on how to fix your attitude. You want to fix your inner reality so that you can condition your behavior. All right. I said number one, condition your immediate environment. Make it clean, make it peaceful, make it inspiring. Another thing I love in my environment is art. Okay, I love beautiful paintings. I love creativity around me. Whatever it is you like. Some people love a lot of nature around them. You want plants, you want flowers. Okay, you want to do gardening and all of that. Whatever works for you, but make sure you condition your immediate environment to the best of your ability. Number two, choose your inner circle intentionally. Number three, feed your mind with a consistent dose of inspiration. Okay, feed your mind with a consistent dose of inspiration. Now, the degree to which you struggle with your thoughts and feelings is the degree to which you want to bombard your thoughts with inspiration. All right, some people, when people, let me give an example. So one of my associates, guys that work with me, was ill last week. And I just figured, just rest. I said, what's wrong with you? He said malaria, is taking medication and all of that. And then, so Sunday evening, I called him and it was fine. And then this afternoon, I said to myself, oh, I've not spoken with this guy since Sunday. So I called him and then he said, oh, I'm feeling better. I was discharged from the hospital yesterday. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Hospital for what? What did they say is wrong with you? He said malaria. And I said, as far as I'm concerned, that's not something you get admitted, over. And then he said, but because he didn't treat it well, initially, it had really, taken over his body. So he was required to stay over at the hospital so that he could get better. And this is what I'm saying. We all have we have different histories. We are coming from different directions. We have gone through different things in life. Listen, if life has happened, if you have experienced or you've been through a lot of negative things, your treatment will be different. Some people, as you're listening to me right now, you require to be incarcerated in a hospital, in a psychological hospital, because your mind has been bombarded, your mind has been dealt with. You need serious dose. People get to a point where they can't afford to give you tablets. You will need to be given drip. Some of us, positive words, positive affirmations need to be injected into our bloodstream, just like they would do in a hospital. If you are that kind of a person, you want to bombard your mind with stories and teachings of success. If you have suffered hardship, if you have gone through a lot in life, you listen, your dreams are valid. Your potential is there. Your possibility is not inferior to that of another person, but your past will want to work against you. So you fight back. You fight back. You can't be that kind of person that is not praying. You can't be that kind of person that is not listening to motivation, listening to teachings and know-how as to how to succeed in life. You want to be aggressive about it. The same way they may not give ordinary tablets to somebody that is suffering. Some people will require surgery. And there are people listening to me. You may need to sit down with a counselor or a psychologist, because your mind has been bombarded by life. But ordinarily, each and every one of us, we must feed our minds consistently, with a dose of inspiration. Consistent dose of inspiration. All right? I do every day. I listen to positive words every day. Let me say this to you, especially for those of us who are, of faith and spiritual people. We sometimes take for granted our need for mental reinforcement. For us, everything is spiritual. And I've met so many people who are very active spiritually, but mental and emotionally, they are not where they are supposed to be. They don't feel great. They don't feel good. And they have not developed their mind to process information and data speedily, exceptionally, and creatively. They are so spiritually deep, but as far as the earth is concerned, they are useless to people. You can't hold conversations with them. They cannot be promoted. They cannot be married or loved because they are not thinking straight. They are not feeling good. And you've got to do that. You are not only spirit, you are spirit, soul, and body. You are spirit, soul, and body. The same way you cannot continue to pray and not physically exercise and not nourish your body is the same way you cannot continue to pray but not nourish your soul. This is important. This is important. Listen to teaching about faith. Listen to teaching about prayer. Listen to teaching about new creation realities, but also listen to teachings that will nourish your soul, especially stories of possibilities. Stories of possibilities. You've got to listen to stories of possibilities. In faith circles, we call them testimonies. There's a place for principles, but there's also a place for stories that bring these principles to life. So you need a consistent dose. Consistent dose. You need teaching on how to use your mind. You need teaching on how to control your emotions. This is important. The same way when your car is faulty, you just don't pray over your car. You take your car to an expert who knows how to fix cars. It's the same way there are people who know how our feelings and our thoughts function. You need their services. You need their services. You need counsel. It's important. You need counsel. Okay? What am I sharing with us? 5 suggestions on how to develop a positive attitude, how to face life with a winning attitude. Number 1, condition your immediate environment. Number 2, choose your inner circle intentionally. Number 3, feed your mind with a consistent dose of inspiration. Number 4, write declarations about your preferred future and take them consistently. Write declarations about your preferred future and take them consistently. And then number 5 is very important. Respond to negative thoughts with positive words. Let me say that again. You respond to negative thoughts with positive words. You don't fight thoughts with thoughts. This is important. You don't fight thoughts with thoughts. You fight thoughts with words. So when negative thoughts come your way, you just don't sit down there and you are trying to think positively. No, regardless of how you feel, you speak positive words intentionally. This is one of the reasons why you want to choose your inner circle intentionally. People who know when you are making declarations of faith, okay, and they know it's warfare, they know you are fighting something inside and you don't even have to tell them. Let me make it practical for you. So let's assume somebody just lost his job, okay, and it's been like 2 weeks. He's not gotten another job, and now he's trying to make decisions as to how to move on in life. And then he's having a conversation with some of his friends, and let's assume they're just talking about one person says, I'm going to the bank to withdraw some money, and the moment the person says, I'm going to bank to withdraw some money, this other guy that has lost his job starts feeling like, I don't even have money in the bank. Is this how I'm going to go down? Is this how I'm going to become a destitute? Am I going to have to start begging my friends for money? Okay, what have I done wrong? When those kind of thoughts begin to come into your mind, even though you are with your friends and your loved ones, you start speaking against it openly and positively. So that guy in the middle of the conversation says something like, I am gainfully employed. I have the very best of jobs. As a matter of fact, I was not fired from my previous job. I was released so that I can locate a better opportunity for my life. This is my season. This is my time. I'm not going down this way. This is not my end. This is only a bend in the road. Something better is imminent. Something greater is imminent. When you start talking like that, you don't want to have around you people that are saying, what are you saying? Guy, pick your CV, go and look for another job. No, you need people who will echo what you're saying, who will bounce it back to you. That's why you need your inner circle. You see, in marriage is very important. When one partner is feeling blue, what the Bible says is that when one person is down, the other person can help him up. Woe to him who is alone when he falls. Falling is not the problem. Not having the right persons around you when you are in a difficult situation, that is the problem. And a lot of times, you don't need people's hands as much as you need them to speak positive words around you. Okay, we're going to end it there tonight, and I'm going to continue, okay, next week, Wednesday. I want to believe that tonight's session has been very inspiring for you. Do me a favor. Don't just enjoy this. Practice it immediately, especially these 5 suggestions that I've given you. Like I said before, it may be difficult in the beginning, but over time, you will gain mastery. Okay, thank you very much for being a part of tonight's session.